Hi everyone, my name is Chad Chilius here for Creative Pro, and in today's video I want to show you how to create your own custom stamp to use in any of the PDF files that you have open inside of Adobe Acrobat Pro. Now to get started, we're going to come up here to the All Tools menu, and we're going to go ahead and click on that to display all of the tools that you have available inside of Adobe Acrobat. Now remember, you may need to click on the View More button here, the View More link, and that'll show you all of the tools that are available. Now, if you scroll through your list of tools, if you go down a little bit, you're going to see that we have a tool that's dedicated to creating a stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Add a Stamp, and that's going to open up the Add a Stamp panel here in Adobe Acrobat. Now, in this first tool here, you can click on the Stamp button, and that will display a list of predefined stamps that are available here in Adobe Acrobat by default. You can see we have an approved, we have revised, received, confidential. You'll notice we have some sign here stamps that we can use, and then some standard business stamps that you might use for, your typical business documents. Now, you also have a stamps palette, and if you click on that, that's going to open up this custom palette, and you pretty much have the same stamps available here as you did in the stamp menu up here. If you click on the drop down, you can see all of your dynamic stamps that we were seeing earlier. I'll open this up a little bit so we can see it. You have the sign here, and then you also have standard business, right? So all of those we saw before. And I just wanted to show you that, you can access them via this palette as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and close that. And what we want to do is go into the custom stamps category, right? So if you click on the custom stamps button, you can see that we have two options here. We have an option to create a stamp or manage our custom stamps. I've not created any yet, so we're going to go ahead and choose the create button. And that's going to display a dialog box here where we can browse for an image that we want to use for a stamp, okay? Now, when you browse, right, we could go ahead and click the browse button, and, one of the formats that is available, any PDF can be used as a stamp. You can also use JPEGs, you can use TIFFs, you can use PNGs, right? I created a custom stamp that I put in my surfing folder here, and it's this PDF file. I'm a vector guy, right? So I like my graphics to be in the vector format. And so I created a stamp. This was created in Adobe Illustrator and just saved as a PDF file. And that's the stamp that I want to use, right? So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to click on the select button. And now you can see that it has added, right? It has added this image that I selected as my current custom stamp, right? So when I click OK, it's going to give me the opportunity to categorize the stamp as well as give it a new name, right? So if I click on the category drop down, you can see that I can put it inside of any one of these categories here, or I can create my own custom category. So I'm going to call this category Chad's Stamps. And then in the name, I'm going to call this one Top Secret, right? And I'm going to go ahead and click the OK button. And now, whenever I want to use that stamp, right, I can come up here to the stamp dropdown, and you're going to see a new category here called Chad's Stamps. And I can choose my stamp, and then you'll see as I move my cursor, it's kind of giving me a preview of what the stamp is going to look like wherever I put this, right? So maybe I'll go ahead and drop this right here. I'm just going to go ahead and click, and now it added that stamp at that location. Now, the stamp is still loaded, right? So I can also go to another page if I wanted to, and I can go ahead and drop that stamp there and, keep navigating to other pages, right? And just kind of drop the stamp wherever you want it to go, right? And that's pretty much all there is to creating a custom stamp. When you're finished, if you close the stamp panel, now it'll kind of release that from your cursor, and now you won't see that preview when you're moving your cursor around on your screen. So as you can see, it's really easy to create a custom stamp inside of Adobe Acrobat Pro. All you need is an image file to use for your custom stamp, and the rest is a pretty simple process.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And for thousands more how-to articles and tutorials, visit our website, creativepro.com, and become a member today. Thanks for learning with us.